Assalamu alaikum guys. Still so many people are joining. So in yesterday's class, as it was asked by you people that the types of responsibilities should be explained. So up to the point number 4, I have given the explanation. So today we will continue the two remaining points, that is responsibility towards government and the responsibility towards suppliers. After this, we will go for the 14 firewalls principles. Okay. So, what is government? Who is government? So, here, when we are running our business in the society, so there will be a government, the government which is formed by rules and regulation by the laws. So, that government is going to think about the welfare of the society. So here the responsibility towards government. So the responsibility of a business towards the government. What a business and organization have to do for the government that we are going to see. So the first thing is that whatever the rules and regulations the government is going to impose in the country, in the state, a business must follow those rules and regulations. Why? Because the rules and regulations are framed for the betterment, for the welfare of the society. So the business must follow all those rules and regulations. And the second point here is that the business must pay all the taxes to the government. There will be income tax, there will be property tax, there will be direct tax. So each and every type of tax must be paid to the government. And when they are going to show the income to the government, they should not do any manipulations in that. Any manipulations in that means that uh, what can be the manipulations can be done here. Some of the businesses, what they will do, they will try to increase their expenses and they will decrease their income um, um, just to avoid paying of income tax. They don't want to pay the income tax here, just to take just to avoid this, they are going to increase the expenses. खर्चा ज्यादा करते, इनका मुनाफा जो भी है वो कम करते ताकि आपको इनकम टैक्स कम पे करना. So in this way, we should not cheat the government. Honestly, we should show the correct, appropriate income to the government. Okay, so the tax should be paid. And here the business must support the government, whatever the efforts the government is going to put to improve the quality of life, to improve the standard of living. So there even the business must support the government. So when there is a situation of natural calamities like floods, earthquake. So in that case, the business must come forward. They should contribute here to provide the rescue and to work for the relief. So not it is not only the duty of a government to provide help to the people, but also the common people. Besides that, the business firms can also provide the help to the people who are suffering with floods and earthquakes. Clear up to here? They can give the rescue. And the last 6 point is responsibility towards suppliers. Here I will write towards. Okay, responsibility towards suppliers. Suppliers, whenever we are doing the business, there are so many individuals, so many other people who are involved in our business. From certain businesses, we are going to take the goods. To certain other businesses, we are going to supply the goods. Okay. So here the suppliers who are going to supply us the raw material, various products, various things. So here we should see that what is our responsibility towards those suppliers. Normally in the business on a credit basis, the business is done. On a credit basis means today you are going to purchase the product, but in future you are going to make a payment. अब आप खरीद लेंगे, लेकिन पैसा जो है सो स्लोली बाद में आफ्टर 1 मंथ और एल्स आफ्टर 15 days 20 days यू कैन मेक ए पेमेंट. उसको बोला जाएगा क्रेडिट. ठीक है, उधारी पे लेना. So here, when we are going to take the goods from the suppliers, in that case, we have to make the payment. So here, on a proper time, at a particular time, the payment must be done. We should not delay the payments. We have to make the payments and should adopt fair dealings with the suppliers. You have to deal with them fairly, whatever the amount it should be paid to them. And here, a business is a large firm, right? So here, this large firm should give the chance to the small suppliers, the suppliers who will supply the goods at a smaller scale. Even the chance should be given to them so that though our business is well developed, but we are going to give the chance even for the small organizations, small businesses to get developed with ourselves, okay, with our help. So in this way, the chance should be given to the small suppliers. We are going to place the order with them, and they will fulfill the order. And in this way, the development of these small suppliers will take place. And if there is something wrong in the products of these suppliers, or else the quality improvement should be done, in that case, a business must give the guidance. They should guide the suppliers in improving the quality of their products. Okay. So here, when we are doing the business, so these all were the 6 points of this responsibility. So when we are doing the business, in that case, we cannot just think about our own business. We cannot think about our own profit, our own goodwill. We have to consider all other aspects from the point of view of the government, the suppliers, the employees, the consumer. So here we have to think about the welfare of all, and we have to satisfy everyone when we are doing the business so that we can maintain the good relations and we can achieve the success for our business. So these were all the responsibility towards the various groups, the types of responsibilities that we have seen. So any doubt in this? So here, still so many people want to join. So late, Sanubia Fatima. It's 10:03 now. So who is Henry Fayol?
Principle of 14 months. Ma'am, the responsibility question is little bit different now. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Nazmeen.
The responsibility question is different. It's something role of business in India.
Role of business.
For that responsibility question, we have to write this answer, ma'am.
Yes.
But it is asking something different, no, ma'am.
Just hold on. What is the real position of social responsibility of business? Types of social responsibility is performed by business in India. Same thing I have explained to you.
On next
What
page,
is here
social
types of
responsibility of
social responsibility? Responsibility towards consumers, towards employees, towards owners, towards society, towards this, what is that?
suppliers.
Suppliers. So all these are the various types of responsibility a business is performing in India.
On next page, social responsibility of business in India is also there, no? So I'm getting confused, ma'am.
Responsibility of business in India. So various types I have explained to you.
So we have to write that only.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
We can even take some introduction from that, right?
Yes, you can take. Anyhow, that will be too lengthy to write. Why? Because around six different responsibilities is covered under that. So anyhow, it will cover up to 4 pages. Okay. Now we are going to study Henry Fayol's 14 principles. This is the most important question, and you people are much familiar with this. Why? Because you have studied this at your intermediate level, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 14 principles of management. So it is also known as Henry Fayol's 14 principles. So this person has worked as a junior engineer in a mining company in the year 1860. So here the person have seen the worst situation, and uh, the company was in a worse situation and it got successful later on. So from there the person have developed certain principles which should be followed in an organization. When an organization follows these 14 principles, in that case the organization may easily achieve the success. Okay. So later on, he has published his own book in the year 1916. So from that time, these principles are known to all. So what are the various principles? So this person have given a difference between the managerial activities and the technical activities. The technical activities are different and the managerial activities are different. And whereas the person have also classified various managerial activities into functions such as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. All these things we have studied. So this is nothing but this is the managerial activities a person is going to perform in the organization. So you all are much familiar with this. So these 14 principles have been developed, that it was introduced so that the managers can improve the managerial activity. So it can be followed in the organization, and these 14 principles can be used as a guide. Okay. So the first 14 principle is principle of division of work. So here's division of work. Anyone want to speak anything? Yes. किसका माइक अनम्यूटेड है? आप लोग को चांस ही अनम्यूट करने का, तो आप लोग कभी भी अनम्यूट कर दे रहे हैं। बैकग्राउंड से टीवी की आवाज आती है या फिर पेरेंट्स की आवाज आती है। If you want to say anything, you can just put a message. Okay. So the first principle is that division of work. So here the poll was of the opinion that the people, the employees in an organization, they should be specialized. Division of work according to the skill, according to the knowledge of the employees, the work should be allotted to them. And one person should not be overburdened. Overburden means हद से ज्यादा work नहीं देना चाहिए. Here you could see division of work implies division of total tasks in order to lighten the total burden and promote specialization in such a way that one person does only one thing rather than doing everything himself. It helps to avoid waste of time and effort caused by changes from one work to another. So here either it is a technical area or else it is a managerial area. Everywhere the work should be divided equally. At one time, the person should be allotted with a particular one work so that the person can do with complete specialization, means अच्छे से काम कर सके. If the person is overloaded, overburdened with n number of works, means the person is overburdened with 2 to 3 works at a time, the person may not show his specialization in all the works, means अच्छे से काम नहीं कर सकते. Suppose यहाँ पे अपन example लेंगे. In one day you cannot write all the exams, right? You need ample time to study, and in one day only one subject exam you can write, and you can score good marks in that subject. If it is asked to you to write all the subjects exam in one day, it is highly impossible for you and you may not perform well in that exam. perform well in all the subjects. So this is nothing but the division of work. ठीक है, एक वक्त में एक ही काम देना चाहिए, so that the person can perform really good, specialized for that. Okay, the second point here is that principle of parity between authority and responsibility. So here, principle of parity between authority and responsibility. The difference between the authority and responsibility. So what is authority? A person getting the authority from the top management. The person is getting the power to dictate the terms. Whereas responsibility, what does responsibility means? Responsibility doesn't. Responsibility simply means that it is the accountability to work. So whoever is getting the authority, the person will give the work to a subordinate, and this subordinate have to report to the person who got the authority. Means after completion of work, you have to report. So here, Fayol is saying that everyone wants authority, but whereas responsibility, the people have a fear for the responsibility. No one wants to take the responsibility. No one wants to take the responsibility. They are having the fear for responsibility. So here, principle of parity between authority and responsibility in the organization, the person should be ready to take the responsibility also. So a good leader can take the responsibility, and authority without responsibility, it leads to irresponsible behavior. Means if you don't have the responsibility, when you are getting the authority, at that time you will get the responsibility that you have to perform well with your authority. You have to complete the task when you get the authority. So in that case here, when you suppose I got the authority to take this class, right? मैं क्लास लेना मेरी ये अथॉरिटी है, ऑनलाइन क्लास. So so I got this authority. जब अथॉरिटी मिलती तो अपने को रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी दिखाना. What I should do? I have to take the class. I have to take the class. लेना क्या है, मेरी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. Though I got the authority that I have to take online class, ये मेरे को वर्क मिल गया, ये मेरी अथॉरिटी है. But यहाँ पे responsibility क्या है? Daily on time I have to conduct that class. That is the responsibility. So when there is authority and responsibility, effectively, easily and smoothly we can do the work. So if there is no responsibility, then I am an ineffective person. Means I am not taking the class, it will be ineffective. Okay. So right now, just it is running out of time. Till then, you people give the attendance to me, and the remaining points tomorrow we will cover. Okay. Malakpet generals, raise your hand. Just I am reading your names. Listen to it carefully. Nafis Nisa, Asima Fatima, Shirin Mulkan, Maria Kusia, Firdaus Fatima, Fariha Taskin, and Fatima. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 candidates from Malapet General. So, girls, put your hands down. Firdaus Fatima, you can put your hand down. Now, Malakpet Computers, raise your hand. I'm just reading your names. It is Sidra, Yasmin, Mahin, Lubna, Tahniyat, Sumaya, Hafsa, Sayyida Amina, Juwaria, Aisha, Samia. So that's all from Malakpet Computers. So overall 11 students from computers. Yes, girls, you can put your hand down. Now, Shalibana Computers, raise your hand. Hafsat Zahur, you belongs to Malakpet, you can put your hand down. Okay, Shalibana Computers, have you raised your hand? So now I'm going to take your names. So it's Maria Khatun, Samreen, Sayyida Khamar, Namira, Ismat, Umme Fiza, Alvia, Uzma Fatima, Umme Fiza, Alvia, Mohammadi Begum, Sayyida Amtul, Sanubia, Husna, Uzma, Sayyida, Sana, Nada, Samira, Sayyida Fatima, Sabah Fazal, Noora, Sayyida Gul Afsha, Sayyida Ashraf Mahinas, Maisara Fatima, Nada, Shagufta, Nazmin, Sanufa, Sara, Nasima, Umme Salma, Samia Begum. I will count 1, 2, 11, 12, 13. And last, Nazia Sultan. So 33 students. I think the two students have not given, not two, four students have not given the attendance, though they are in this class. Overall participants are 56. Excluding me, it will be 55. So who are those? They have not mentioned their they have not given the attendance. Sadia Fatima, you belongs to which branch? Sadia Fatima, which branch? Malakpet General Computers. Computers. So it will be 12. Anyone else who was unable to raise the hand? Sana Fatima, I got your attendance. Nazia Sultana, yes. It's Sania, Umme Salma, Sara, Sanufa, Nazmin, Shagufta, Nada, Maisara, Mahinaz, Ashraf, Gulafsha, Noora, same names. Afrin Begum, she wants to join now. Uzma Fatima. Okay. Girls, don't be late for the class. Just now one of the student joined. इतना भी लेट क्या ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं मैं? आप लोगों को टाइमिंग नहीं मालूम क्लासेस की? घर में है तो और आराम से उठेंगे बोले तो कैसे? Yes, girls, you can put your hands down. Afrin Begum, you belongs to which branch? Okay, girls, put your hands down. So here the principle of parity between authority and responsibility. So everyone wants to accept the authority, but whereas no one wants the responsibility. So here this authority and responsibility goes side by side. ये कैसा भी जब authority है तो responsibility रहना जरूरी है. Okay. Still Mahin Naz, Fatima, Afrin Begum. You can put your hands down. Why you have raised? I'm done with attendance.